So it's really, really hard to predict the great powers at this time because there's just so many civs still left to go. There's still so many civs still left to fall. So I discussed that we'd look over religion in the previous video, and if there's anything that I've learned, one kind of a minor little theory that I have is that one of these civs, at least one, maybe two, will be one of the great powers. That's why I mentioned that in the intro, because there are usually very, very strong religions will lead to a great power at some point. Maybe they might fall, but I'm just saying at one point in time there'll be this massive power that everyone has to worry about. I think one very clearly would be the Zulu. The Zulu could be the one out of these 7. It could be multiple, but they usually just, when it comes to great powers, we're looking at maybe like top 6 or 7 at some point. You know what I mean? Top 6 or 7 nations. So the Zulu could be one. I don't know about Arabia. I'm not sure exactly. Ethiopia could be another. Korea needs something else to happen in Eastern Asia for them. I mean, right now they lead the worlds in the most amount of cities under their religion. So let's go ahead and check on just the most populated religion. Like let's check on the beliefs of Korea, Ethiopia, maybe Mali and Japan, but mainly let's just focus in on Confucianism for now. So right now for their enhancer, it's holy order. Missionaries and inquisitors cost 30% less faith. So if they're generating a lot of faith, this is going to be very good for them to spread their religion. That's probably actually why they've been able to spread it so much, because Korea, I don't believe, was number 1 in adopting religion. They were pretty far down the list, I think, but I'm not 100% about that. Something else to take note of is that religion also greatly depends on the location of where it's at. Like Japan's never going to get off of the Japanese mainland, so Shinto will probably not spread further than, more than likely, will not spread further than the Japanese mainland. So Korea has all of Eastern Asia to grab and to force under Confucianism, which is pretty good because there's no one else even close to that area. As well as notice that there's no European. Oh, Spain. Never mind. I was gonna say there's no Europeans, but so Spain's gonna be pretty good with with Catholicism as well. So that'll be a religion that probably catches up at some point. Culture from pastors. We've got faith. Ooh, holy warriors. This is a good one. So if they are producing a lot of faith, which we don't know, I could find out, but I don't really want to. It takes too much time. Gang science when a missionary or prophet spreads. Okay, that's really good for someone like Korea, who normally is very good in the science category. All buildings purchased with faith provide BAM. Sacred sites. Tourism. I can't remember the rest. I really wish it would show us everything. Like, I don't understand why this window doesn't just does the little ... thing. Doesn't make any sense. And then we've got shrines provide extra happiness. So I'm just gonna leave it on that note for now. Just wanted to check on Korea. Right now they're at 12, so they're the significant power. I think the Eastern Orthodox is gonna be caught up to the Zulu at some point. Or the Arabians. I mean, that's just there's too many religions in that region. And then there's even Mali in Africa. So a lot of African nations have a religion. I think it's going to be Catholicism that will be very quickly in that second place spot. But I don't think anyone's going to ever catch Confucianism. We've got Napoleon building Notre Dame. We already talked about that. Because Confucianism is only going to continue to grow because Eastern Asia, as well as just the continent of Asia as a whole, is just going to be massively... there's going to be cities all over the place. I don't know exactly what Siam is doing, but Siam could become this third power that we've needed in Asia between Russia and Mongolia. I don't think we're going to see a Mongolia that powerful. I think we could see a Mongolia that crumbles very easily to the Russian Empire. Whereas before, it was like Mongolia had gotten off to a fast start, and Russia had to make this kind of catch-up game. They didn't play catch-up for the most part. It is only turn 133. We still have several more turns to go. Ooh, okay. So it didn't take long for this European war to break out. We've got Persia versus... So Persia's not going to cause much of a threat to the Polish Empire. It's mainly going to be between Kashmir and Napoleon. I thought this war wouldn't happen for a really long time. So something to keep in mind is that both of these nations have nations on opposite fronts that could pose a threat. So obviously Poland has to worry about Catherine of Russia. I don't think they're on as good of terms as they were in the past. Ottomans have pieced out the Congo, which means the Ottomans might go to war at some point very soon. Italy has been pieced out too. Italy's rebuilt the military. And then we have, I'm sorry, I didn't finish my statement. Then we have Spain here, just on the other front of France. Ethiopia and Arabia piecing out. Did Ethiopia... No, Memphis is... Oh, here comes Persia, though. Persia's now started to really rush after Arabia. Something to keep in mind. Yeah, so Egypt never got back Memphis. No one took away this Arabian city of Memphis, because remember, there's multiple Civs that had declared war on Harun al-Rashid, but he didn't lose anything because of it. So Japan, again, going after Korea. We've got the Champa also going after Korea. Oh my gosh, so France should have major success, actually, here. Poland has most of its military all the way back out in the east, so that's going to be a big problem. Now, does Japan have a fleet? They somewhat have a fleet. A very small fleet. Okay, so we've got 2 spies. I'm watching the game as England because they get 2 extra spies. Even though I always get annoyed with spy information, it never actually tells me exactly what's happening, which I want to know that information. As a spy, I feel like I should be guaranteed, if it tells me something's going to happen, that it's going to happen. I had no idea the Ottomans and Poland were at war. That's another reason probably why Solomon was less likely to go to war with someone like Italy or maybe Persia. If Persia loses a lot of troops here, that could be a possibility. I have no idea where Siam is going, but Siam is looking... That's really, really bad. When an AI treks a military this far away, more than likely they're never going to get this stuff back. And they're still going to be paying the maintenance costs for years and years. Boom, Mecca will fall to Persia. We might see, finally, another strong power in the Middle East this time around. Boom, and they will probably take over Medina, unless they're dumb and they go after Memphis, which is possible. But they need to attack Medina first. Remember, Persia already has 2 cities just north of the Caspian Sea. I don't know if they're going to hold on to those 2 cities, though. As well as Russia has not have not progressed forward against India any further. I'm sure Mongolia will be going after India very soon. Mongolia has another settler up, too. They're at 3 cities. They need a lot more. I'm trying to look at the mini-map just to see if there's any more cities that have been founded. I don't believe so. So what's going on here? Bam. France is going to take over the first Polish city. Well, it was formerly a Danish city, but yes. So this is going to be really big and a very, very, very big problem for most of the nations. Ooh, Carthage and Ashanti in Europe. Europe is looking good. Europe is looking really good. Ooh, and now the Zulu have joined in. But again, the Zulu declaring very interesting wars. Oh, the Zulu are finally going after the Ethiopians. We'll see if Ethiopia can manage to keep this. Didn't realize that the Congo were at war with Arabia, so Arabia is going to just get destroyed here instantly, I think. Mali's a big deal. You have to worry about Morocco. Well, this is going to be a really big war. This will be a very, very big war. China and Vietnam have peaced out. See, but Mali has to always worry about Morocco. That's the thing. Mecca's been captured back? How'd that happen? Well, that's going to kill a lot of the population inside of Mecca. The Congo just peaced out with Arabia. No, you done goofed. That was a done goof. And bam, France is continuing to go after Berlin, and I think Poland's just going to let it fall. They're just going to hold on to these 3 cities. And again, France is really starting to become a dominant power here. Carthage needs to settle more cities if they want to hold on to this stuff. Argentina has taken over the first Brazilian city, and now it's going to be a race to see who takes over Rio de Janeiro. Yep, there will be a race. Let's also keep in mind this massive war here. Bam, Berlin has fallen to France. Ashanti might take over Harar from the former Ethiopian city. Spain and Carthage are now going at it. Does Spain have any cities or any coastal boats or anything? I mean, they've got coastal cities, but they don't have any boats. And bam, the Ashanti did make this city fall in their favor. Mongolia and the Polynesians have peaced out. So now what happens? Are they going to hold on to this or what? Congo are going to move their military back. The Zulu, I don't think, are going to be able to take over this Ethiopian city. If the Zulu don't go after the Congo, then they're going to be wasting the time, this very crucial time with the MPs. They've already wasted a lot, but they're going to be wasting even more time with their very powerful MP warriors. That's bad. Morocco also has a pretty large force, so keep that in mind because they might be going after Mali very soon here. If Ashanti falls to Mali, I think that's probably going to happen. Carthage is setting up a force maybe to attack Spain, which is really what Spain doesn't need. Spain is the only other power because France is looking like they're going to be able to be kind of, once the Civ kind of gets like only has to worry about one front, They're in a really good spot to continue to dominate. So if Spain were to be taken over by Napoleon, then that's it. Boom. France is going to remain. I'm not saying he's going to win, but he's going to remain a really good power. He'll remain like in the top probably 4 for the rest of the campaign. It's when Civs have multiple fronts that's when things get a little bit sketchy, and they have this. There's always a chance for them to fall. Not saying that they can't fall when they only have like one, kind of aggressive front. You know what I mean? We've seen it happen before with Russia and Poland in the previous series, because Poland only had really one front. I mean, they were along the Baltic Sea, so that's, more than likely, it's less likely that they're going to fall to an ocean attack. Here goes Persia, probably taking over Medina. Yep, there it goes. We'll see how much they use in terms of their military to attack Memphis. They might lose a lot of their military, and the Ottomans are really rebuilding a lot here. I think we might see the Ottomans attack Persia now. Oh, I haven't even used my spies yet. I apologize. Russia's at 5 cities. Mongolia has settled their 4th city. And what else do we see? Still, Eastern Asia, completely divided. And we might continue to see that. Boom, Australia has settled 5 cities. Bam, so they will have full control over Australia, that is for sure. We've got China going after Poland. So since China sees the weakness of Poland, we might see other civs also notice that same weakness. So someone like Russia might get involved. It looks like they will, actually. A Russian-French front would be really, really entertaining. And it looks like Russia is gathering their troops along the Polish city here to begin those sieges. I think we might see it next turn. It all depends on how much damage Napoleon continues to deal to the Polish Empire. He might, so he's continuing to go in after them. Let's see if Poland now retreats. Russia's not going to make their decision yet. Either France needs to continue their siege, continue to destroy more units, or something like that in order for Russia to, I think, get involved. But I'm sure Russia's thinking about it. There you go, Ottomans. Oh, and Bursa has been founded. And they might even get another city. Well, good for them. I like that they're going to continue to colonize. They will probably go along kind of modern-day Israel, Palestine, kind of in that region. I guess that's already settled by Carthage, but somewhere around there, just north of the Suez Canal that Carthage has settled. China now going after the Ashanti. India going after the Ashanti. India and Morocco piecing out. And the Ashanti, I think, have defended themselves. Oh, well, Carthage looks like they might be going after the Ashanti too, which might be the final blow. Morocco going after another city, which they desperately need. Carthage will not be able to take over a Spanish city, I don't think. Spain's got too many units. Like I said, Leeds is ultimately going to fall at some point. We just don't know when. So that's why I'm saying Spain needs to regain strength. Spain either needs to take over that city or somebody. Because there's no way Great Britain is going to hold on to this. I don't think. Unless like years and years go by. That's when an AI starts to kind of smarten up and they just have so many units that they can afford to do that sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, Poland's continuing to try to fight back and maybe take back some of their cities. How did the Ashanti get in the Baltic Sea? They must have got open borders through Denmark. And I don't know why Denmark hasn't continued to settle either. What are the Ottomans doing? Nothing? Nothing. And it looks like Arabia is trying to take back these Persian cities. Persia's lost a lot of their forces, though. I think we could be seeing a Persian coalition very soon. Russia and India have peaced out. It's going to protect India for a little bit longer until Mongolia goes after them. Italy and Egypt have also peaced out. Is there anything else that's going on? No. And like I said, I mean, Eastern Asia, still. We don't know what's happening there. How close is Rio de Janeiro from falling? No, I mean, Colombia is going after it, but Argentina isn't. And is that reason because, I swear, I think Argentina is pieced out with Colombia. They had to have. I think they really, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, okay, so that's an interesting war. Russia declared on Egypt. Morocco declared on Egypt. This might mean Russia might not be going for Congo now going after Egypt. Yeah, Russia might not be going for Poland. Well, I guess, I don't know. Hanging Gardens has been built by Canada. If we want, I would love to see a showdown between a massive France and a massive Russia. Like the Napoleonic Wars, just so cool. That would be really, really awesome. And boom. Okay, so America's decided to declare war on the CSA. And this will probably be it. Or if they're able to survive this, you know, maybe it'll break them out into this funk that they're in. It's really bothering me. It really bothered me this entire campaign. Like I don't know why this happens to some civs. I don't understand. But some civs it happens, and eventually they do break out, but it doesn't take, you know, it takes like quite a few turns for them to wake up and realize what they're doing. France is the most literate, then it's Russia. Man, we'll just wait for that showdown. There will be, I'm thinking, I don't think Russia's going to fall. I don't think Napoleon's going to fall. It's going to be a massive showdown between those two civs. It's really, it's frustrating. It's unbelievably frustrating because I can't do anything about it. I tried to, you know, replace the settlers, and, well, I mean, it's only going to lead to a bigger showdown, I'm thinking, between Canada and the USA. That's eventually going to happen, and that's going to be a pretty big war. Just frustrating. Why does that happen? Civ 6, please, fix this. Don't like that. Egypt will probably fall here, but we'll just see who it's going to fall to. The Zulu have been unbelievably distracted. Really, really lucky for the Congo. The Congo are unbelievably lucky. Maybe they have a good relationship. I don't think they do because there's no open borders. They're not clearly going through the Congo open borders. Maybe the Congo have too big of a force for Shaka to think that he can do this. Is Carthage even going after Ashanti? I don't know. Oh, they are. They are, but I don't think they're... I mean, they're looking like they could take over Harare, but I think Ashanti will take it back with all the range units that they have. Bam, Fez has been settled, which is going to make things very difficult for Carthage to kind of get this empire along the northern coast of Africa. Italy has really rebuilt their troops too, but the Ottomans are the big factor. Oh, and the Ottomans are going to settle just north of the Black Sea right here. Okay, so the Ottomans are doing good, but they could be doing a little bit better. Poland is down to like a handful of units. I don't know why Russia hasn't decided to bite the bullet and go after these guys, because that would be the fall of Poland. They might have a good relationship still. I don't know. Mongolia is going to be settling their 5th city soon, and so Mongolia is probably going to be the one that does all the cleaning inside of Eastern Asia. So bam, yeah, Carthage did take that over. I don't know for how long that's going to be taken over though. I think Ashanti could get it back, and the Ashanti have peaced out with the Zulu, which means the Zulu are going to have to be forced to go back home, as they took all those turns to trek through the jungle. Morocco's still trying to figure out what they want to do with their military. I don't think France is interested in progressing any further into the Polish Empire. I think they've got the cities that they wanted, and the Ottomans will settle there. Let's watch as the CSA settle. I don't even want to look at this. Like, every time I look at this, it's unbelievably frustrating to me. It's just, I don't know why. I don't know what goes on with sometimes I just don't understand. Sometimes these AIs, they just won't settle. Whatever. I mean, I just will have to not include this mod next time around. It's not necessarily the mod itself. I think I could have included another mod in this location, and it still would have been like that. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. I'll have to do some tests, but CSA will fall, and actually, maybe they won't, because if the Spearman doesn't die, then the other Spearmen are pretty far behind. We'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm going to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.